It's Tuesday, the 28th of May, 2024. The wet bank holiday is behind us. Kylie Minogue is 56 years old today. Happy birthday, Kylie. And you should be so lucky to be here, actually, for the biggest show of the week. And let's see if we can have you spinning around our locomotion wheel to win a cruise, just like Lisa did in last week's show. Only one way to find out. Get involved in the biggest show of the week. On a night like this, welcome to Cruise Deals Live. Yes, welcome everyone to another Cruise Deals Live, and tonight's show is massive. Let's get you spinning this wonderful wheel tonight. Remember, every spin has a win, so make sure you get entering to play tonight. And here's how you do it. Just drop me an email to studio@cruise1st.tv or text cruise a space your message, name and number to 60777 right now, and tell me which pop star or group, past or present, would you most like to see take to the stage on your next cruise. Now, you can be as Fantasyland on this one as you like, but who would be your dream cruise pop act? Text or email me right now. All the details are on the screen right there, and I'll be calling one of you live before the end of the show. Now, talking at the end of the show, apologies that last week we disappeared a little bit abruptly at the end of the show. We were all so shocked at Lisa's cruise win that we forgot the clock, and we just fell off air. Well, I was still here, I was still chatting away, but just to myself anyway, and we just disappeared. But that was then, and this is now. You know that we do like a drama here at Cruise Deals Live, and that was quite some cliffhanger, wasn't it? Well, as a result of last week's show, Lisa and Pete are sailing away with P&O Cruises, courtesy of the show and this wheel. And tonight it could be you. What did I win, by the way? An I Love Cruising t-shirt. I've got loads of those, a wardrobe full of them. Anyway, listen, aside spinning this wheel, we've got a new friend joining us for the show tonight. It's Chloe Palmer from the mighty Royal Caribbean, and there she is with the cardboard cutout me. She'll be with the real me. Isn't she lucky? Very, very soon. We'll be talking exciting Royal Caribbean packages around the world. We've also got the latest cruise news for you, lots of sizzling offers for the summer, including the Virgin Voyage, where you could be on board with Richard Branson, Sir Richard Branson if you don't mind, and Boy George. Now that is going to be a party and a half. We've also got an exclusive on a celebrity cruise and stay package for next year, heading off to Japan, where we could be saving you over £800 per person. Yes, £800 plus per person potentially saving versus the market rates with just a low deposit today. Lines are open until 10 o'clock tonight. Richard is looking after the team on the other end of our magic number, which is just for the show, remember. This is the only number you will need between now and 10 o'clock, 0800 953 4701. And I think you are going to need it tonight. First, though, it's time for the big one, the one that makes the phones ring like crazy on this number and this number alone. It's our opening big number cruise offer. It's this. Oh, it's lovely. I should have a costume change at that point, definitely. We need to write that into the show. OK, from next week it's happening, Mr. P says. An incredible jaw-dropping deal from us here at Cruise1st right now. And this really is first come, first served, as we give you the chance in March next year for a lovely little holiday in Malta and a Greek Isles cruise with P&O Cruises for the most ridiculous price tag, which is exclusive with us right the way through until 10 o'clock tonight. So it's one of those where you can't say, I'll book it in the morning. Good deal, but I'll book it in the morning. It has to be done tonight. Now, this holiday is 10 nights and it starts on the 24th of March next year. And we're flying you off from the UK first to Valletta in Malta, the wonderful little island that's just 9 by 7 miles. Full of beautiful beaches and pure beauty, and at this time of the year the days are getting hotter and sunnier, and you are going to be there for 3 nights in a hotel in Malta. Now, the last time I went on holiday in Malta, it was about 20 years ago, and I had the most fantastic time. And there's lots that you can do while you're in Malta as well. Ah, Mr. P's found the video. There's the Malta video. It was the VHS, you see, it was getting stuck. So while you're in Malta, you've got 3 fabulous fabulous nights there. You can explore Valletta's harbours, of course, which are very, very famous, on a lovely boat tour maybe. There's the Grand Harbour there, where you can see the forts and the battlements and the three cities beside Valletta as well. Take a night tour on one of those. I did it when I was there about 20 years ago and it was magical. So go and see Mosta and Medina as well. Head to the Blue Grotto, which is one of the big draws. Maybe take a trip over to Gozo as well. I mean, Malta is beautiful. And listen, at the end of the day, it's not the UK for 3 nights in March, so it's going to be sunnier, it's going to be brighter, it's going to be wonderful. You will not believe the price tag on this deal, by the way. We are going to blow the socks off of anybody's price tag for this tonight. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Now, after our 3 nights in a hotel in Malta, we are having 7 nights of cruise on P&O's Azura. Azura is just fantastic. You know P&O Cruises, they are cruises for us. They are good old, fabulous British entertainment on board. Everything the way we like it to be while you're on your cruise. You're going to have an absolutely fantastic time. You'll get to know the team on board, and the entertainment is absolutely brilliant, by the way. And a whole range of entertainment as well. Yes, you've got the big Broadway style shows, but you've also got things like live comedy and live music going on. There are plenty of other things happening on your cruise during the day. And of course, everyone just has a great time. So if this is going to be a family holiday, you're going to absolutely love it. Now, included in your price, by the way, this is worth reiterating as well, full board dining at 7 different venues, which I think is incredible. There is speciality dining available for you as well. Your water, tea and coffee, of course, all included. There are 4 swimming pools on board, 6 whirlpools. There's an open air cinema. There's a kids club there, and with also a night nursery that you can take advantage of included. Onboard entertainment, live music, comedy, things that you can get involved in as well. Things like the good old karaoke, which we absolutely love. And you've got facilities like the sports court, there's a gym there, range of fitness classes, and of course with P&O your gratuities are included as well. So you're going to have just the most incredible time. Now remember, you've just enjoyed, this is next March by the way, 3 nights in lovely Malta, in a hotel, just soaking up that lovely warmth, and even maybe seeing that yellow thing in the sky as well, which would be a bit of a novelty compared to the UK at that time of the year. And then it's time for us to start cruising. We're going to spend our first night actually in Valletta itself, so an extra night in Malta. Then we have a day at sea out to Piraeus, the port for Athens, of course, for all the lovely history there is, the Acropolis. Just be a culture vulture that day and then come back and say, oh yeah, I've seen all the sights in Athens. Next, we're going to Heraklion, which is the capital of Crete. Wonderful city walls there, Venetian harbour, lots of fabulous museums, and the Palace of Knossos is there for you as well if you're continuing your culture vulturing. Next, we're heading to Suda Bay in Harnia, and this is Crete, and from Suda Bay you can head into Harnia for the old harbour, the cute shopping, the bike tours on offer, and you can maybe take a horse and carriage ride there. There's a fabulous maritime museum as well. Day at sea, and we are back into Valletta, and that's where we'll then fly back to the UK. Now this is incredible, absolutely incredible, and we are going to blow you away with the offer that we have got for you tonight. So, what I'm about to give you a price for is your flight from the UK out to Valletta in Malta, where Malta delivers its scores in the Eurovision. 3 nights there in a hotel. Then you've got your 7 nights of cruising on P&O Azura, full board, gratuities included, to the port for Athens, Heraklion in Crete and Harnia, back to Malta, and your flight back to the UK. And tonight's offer features a free ocean view upgrade for the price of an inside and an exclusive £100 discount per booking if you book this between now and 10 o'clock tonight. Mr. P, if you will. The price tag for you right now, which is irresistible and has to be acted upon tonight, is £749 per person. That's the flights to and from Malta, 3 nights in a hotel there, and your 7-night cruise. That's not even, let me tell you, I mean, that's nowhere near what you should be paying at all. Your deposit on this one. You can put a lower deposit down right now. All you got to do is call the team and quote this, PO296. You must call on this one to get all the necessary savings and all the information you need. You must call on this one. 0800 953 4701. You can put me on pause if you like, I don't mind. Now listen, we went to the P&O website, P&O Cruises website, pocruises.com, about half an hour ago, something like that. Here is the price of this cruise. It's the same cruise, but hey, here's the big difference. This is the price for the flights and the cruise only. No stay in Malta, no ocean view upgrade. That's the price for the inside, for just the flights and the cruise itself. I'd say this with all due love and respect to P&O, but we are beating P&O Cruises website price right now, and that's because we've done a special deal just for tonight for you. The lines are open through until 10 o'clock tonight, so act upon this as quickly as you possibly can. 0800 953 4701. You're already at this price upgraded to Ocean View for free, which is amazing. So there's only one upgrade to go from here, and that would be to our balcony. Let's go and have a little look at the price to go for balcony. Your balcony is an extra $299. Now let me tell you, if you go to the P&O website, the price for the inside, just the flights and the cruise, is $729, and the Ocean View price is $879, and that's just the flights and the cruise. We've got a 3-night hotel stay in Malta, and we've got your Ocean View upgrade for $749 per person. I mean, that's why I'm really hammering this home. This is such a deal. You can do that on a lower deposit. I think deposits start from $249 tonight on this one. So call now, call now, call now, because you're getting more than anyone else in the UK right now. That solo price you see on your screen as well also has the Ocean View upgrade on it as well. So get on it, get on it, get on it. I don't mind you pausing me, by the way. I know this is a live show, but if you want to pause to make the call, do it, do it, do it right now. Your comments are already coming in to studio@cruise1st.tv. Kevin and Sylvia would like to see Freddie Mercury and Queen on board an MSC ship. That would be an interesting one, wouldn't it? I do know a very good Freddie Mercury tribute, of course. Catherine and David Taylor said, I'd love to boogie with ABBA. Who doesn't love an ABBA sing and dance along? Could you imagine if ABBA ever decided they were going to come back and do their comeback concert on a cruise ship? That would be sold out literally 300,000 times over, wouldn't it? Mike Smith's been in touch. He would love to see the Beatles, wouldn't you? I mean, you would just be absolutely starstruck, wouldn't you? Andrew's been in touch. He said Bruce Springsteen. Dave Williams says Donny Osmond, and they called it Puppy Love. I can't sing anymore because I'll have to pay him a bill. Carl said, I'd love to see S Club 7 or Cher on my next cruise. Brings back so many memories. Can't wait for my cruise with Derek and the team in November. Oh, we are looking forward to that. Thanks, Carl, and everyone that's got in touch so far. Remember, every time you contact via text or via email, it's a step closer to you spinning that wheel and possibly winning a cruise. Everyone is a winner. All the details to get in touch tonight are on the screen. I'll get more of your comments later, because you are the biggest star of the show, every one of you. So let's see who's in the frame tonight then, shall we? We have got Judith and Steve Carey in my photo frame this evening, and they've sent me a lovely picture, and they're outside the pub on the MSC Virtuosa, and they were there in October. Thank you both. Fine looking pair that you are. Do you need another cruise? You know, you can come to the Caribbean with us in the winter. It's amazing. So email me, text me right now and let me know who you'd like to see as your ultimate pop act or pop star on a cruise. Living or dead, I don't mind. Be as fantasy as you like. You've got all the details to get in touch on the screen. It would be lovely to hear from you. Right, okay, let's go and meet my very first guest for tonight. My only guest tonight, but she's a brand new guest as well. Chloe Palmer's here from Royal Caribbean. Chloe, nice to have you with us.
Thank you for having me. It's lovely to be here.
Thank you. I'm going to ask you that question first. Fantasyland, it would be a Royal Caribbean cruise, obviously, but which pop star, alive or dead or whatever, would you love to see on the stage on your next cruise? Who would it be for you?
I feel like this might be a bit of a controversial one.
Go on.
But I feel like I'm in my Swiftie era at the moment.
Oh.
Taylor Swift, I think that would be really popular.
Have you seen her so far?
I haven't. I've not been lucky enough to go and see her, but I'd love to.
Well, you know what? Yeah. If any cruise line could get her on board
It would be us, right?
It would be yours.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm not giving away any secrets here, but who knows?
So lots going on at Royal Caribbean. I
Yes.
feel like I can't keep up with what's happening with Royal Caribbean at the moment. You've just launched the biggest ship in the world at the start of this year.
We did.
Then there's Utopia of the Seas, which is just about to launch.
July, yes,
isn't
so
there?
not long now. Yeah.
And then next year, there's going to be the next in the Icon class coming along. So it just never stops, does it, at Royal Caribbean?
We've always got a new ship or something new to talk about, and that's what's so exciting about working for the brand, because there's always something new coming. We're so innovative with our ships, so the new ships come, there's new things on board, there's new things for, you know, doesn't matter how many times a guest has cruised with Royal Caribbean, there's always going to be something new for them to experience on board. So yeah, it's very exciting, and it is hard to keep up with sometimes.
I know, it's crazy, right? Well, the good news, and we're going to focus on it to some degree in this show, is that Independence of the Seas, we've got her back.
I know, we are so excited. Me especially. Independence was actually the first cruise ship I ever went on. My grandparents took me and my sister when we were quite a bit younger. So I'm really excited for her to come back next year, as are a lot of our guests here in the UK. So.
What does little Chloe remember about the highlights of Indy back then?
Do you know what? It's funny because it was obviously a long time ago now, but when I first found out that we were going on a cruise with my grandparents, I was like, oh my God, cruising's for old people, that typical kind of stereotype for cruising. And I remember getting to Southampton and seeing the ship and being completely wowed by it. She is incredible. She's such a good all-rounder of a ship as well. So.
Well, because it's nothing like, it's funny, isn't it? Because as a youngster, you have no idea about what you're about to see. So, you know, little Chloe now, who was stepping onto any of the royal ships, would just be like, wow. Oh my word, there's nothing else like this in the UK.
Yeah,
is there?
Exactly. And she's obviously had her amplification since she was last here in Southampton. So she had a multi-million-pound amplification in 2018. So there's lots of new features on board. So for those guests that have been on and loved Independence last time, she'll be a little bit newer and a few new things to experience when she's back next year.
And I can't tell you how many thousands of people over the years we have sent on what we're about to do. We're about to feature this offer right now. It's almost like the Cruise1st party, if you like, this cruise, because we're going to be taking the final cruise of the season, where Indy says goodbye to the UK after a long season from May to October next year. And the final sailing is where she relocates, because she's going for some sunshine in the winter, as we all like to. So how about taking that cruise? It's on the 16th of October next year, and we're going to team the cruise up with a stay in Orlando, because quite frankly, it would be rude not to if we didn't. So it's 18 nights in all, and because we're sailing out and we're flying back, we're making it even simpler on our offer here at Cruise1st. So if you're flying back to either Manchester, Birmingham or Glasgow, guess what? We start your holiday in Manchester, Birmingham or Glasgow, and we've got coach transfers ready to get you down to Southampton for the start of the cruise. And of course, let's just talk, Chloe, for a second about just how easy and wonderful and friendly that the check-in down at Southampton is, because we never say that enough. It's nowhere near the hassle of an airport or the stress or the anxiety. It's just easy, isn't it?
It's an absolute breeze. And for me, I mean, I only live 20 minutes away from Southampton, so it's the perfect
lucky
holiday. But it's so easy. You literally get on board, and the minute you're on board the ship, your holiday starts there. You don't have to worry about the airport and the transfers and everything like that.
And that is the great thing about cruising out of the UK. I can never say this enough, because as soon as you've gone through your check-in, which is relatively so simple, that's it. Your holiday has started. You can literally, you know, listen, I don't know what the weather will be like on the 16th of October next year in Southampton. I can pretty much guess it's going to be maybe grey,
probably,
maybe cold. But listen, we're going to be sailing away from all that. Doesn't matter. But when you're inside Independence of the Seas, this is the great thing. Because once you're inside one of these ships, one, you don't get the vastness feel at all. You really don't. But secondly, it feels like you're in another world anyway, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And she's such a good ship. She's a real all-rounder. She's got something for everybody. And we say that quite a lot, but I really do mean it with Independence. It doesn't matter whether you're a couple or friends, or you're a multi-generational family with all different ages. There's so many different things on board to experience, indoors and outdoors. So depending on the weather, there will be something to do all the time on Independence.
And that's the thing, actually, on this cruise, because this is what we call a repositioning cruise. because I wish we could all live our lives like this. Like we stay in the UK during the summer and then we go head out to the Caribbean for the whole of the winter. Would be lovely to do, wouldn't it? But that's what cruise ships do. They do a season in one part of the world and then they go off and do a season somewhere else. So Independence is off to, I guess it will be the Caribbean.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, of course, which is wonderful. So this particular cruise, we get more nights of cruise for our money. So the value is just awesome. And of course, whether you're in blazing sunshine or not is really of no consequence whatsoever, because it feels like you're on the most exotic holiday when you're on one of these ships anyway, because you're so consumed with the sheer activity and fun. I mean, things like the parades that go through the centre of the ship, they're bonkers, aren't they?
There's literally so much going on all the time. Independence has got 55 different types of activities and shows on board as well, so you'd struggle to do all of that just on this itinerary. Grease the Musical is the West End show that's on Independence.
Love it.
One of my personal favourites.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to go and see that when I was on Harmony of the Seas a few years ago, so really excited. And you can watch that as many times as you like on the cruise, and it's free. It's included in the cost of your holiday, so there's no extra charge.
And if that were in any big city around the UK, how much would the tickets be? I mean, you'd be talking what, 30, 35 quid at a bare minimum, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the cheap seats, right up the back in the gods. So to be able to have that calibre of entertainment on board as well is pretty incredible.
Yeah,
it really is. And you're on board for 14 nights, and there are a lot of sailing days on this itinerary, but you will be so glad there were, because it means that you can actually enjoy what is on board. Let me take you through the itinerary. Of course, we're starting off in Southampton, and as I say, you know what, it might be the dreariest day that God ever sent, 16th of October next year, but you'll be sailing away from it, and you're sailing off to Spain first, to La Coruña. Head to Marineda City here. It's Spain's largest shopping centre complex, not far away from La Coruña. I'd love to go there, actually, just to kind of see. Shopping somewhere else is always exciting, isn't it? Then we're heading to Vigo in Spain. You can take a lovely Galicia tour here, or Galicia, as I believe they call it, green Spain here, or you can drive to a quiet island with lovely vistas and just lovely beaches as well. Very nice too. Next we head to Lisbon in Portugal, one of my favourite cities, so beautiful. Make sure you've got sensible shoes on that day, it's very cobbly. Get around on the trams, go to the aquarium as well if you get the chance, it's massive and very immersive. Then we have a day at sea and we're in Ponta Delgada in the Azores. The Azores are beautiful anyway. You can take a tour to the Crater Lake here, you can go whale watching. There are many things that you can do in the Azores. Then you've got your transatlantic cruise, so it's a good few days at sea, which is amazing. That's the time to take advantage of everything on the ship, and then you find yourself in Nassau and the Bahamas. You can take a sunken treasure sculpture tour here as well, or you can just take a glass-bottom boat tour and just enjoy. Then we arrive in Miami, and that's where we have to say goodbye to Indy. We have to say thank you very much, Indy. Have a lovely winter in the Caribbean, Indy, because we are going to transfer you from Miami, from the cruise port, into Orlando. So again, we've got a coach transfer there for you, because it is a fair way from Miami to Orlando. But don't worry, we've got that covered for you. And we've also got 3 nights in a hotel covered for you in Orlando. Have you been lucky enough to be in this part of the world? Have you done Orlando?
I've done Orlando quite a few times.
Okay, tell me. Favourite?
Disney, Universal. I am a massive Disney fan.
Just turned you into a big kid all over again, doesn't it?
I know, and my little girl will be nearly 3 next year, and we're hoping to take her towards the end of next year.
Oh, awesome.
And do a cheeky cruise at the same time. So,
nice, amazing. Yeah. Honestly, to get this kind of experience, I think the younger, the better.
Yeah.
You know, to go and see life, to go and see these places, to go and meet the characters, because of course, you know, when you're a grown-up, it's not quite as magical, the whole character thing, isn't it? But when you're 3,
I know.
It'll just be the best thing in the world, won't it? Anyway,
exciting.
Listen, we've got 3 nights in a hotel there for you before we then fly back to the UK. This is such a lovely, lovely offer. And listen, you don't have to fly back to the UK after your 3 nights Orlando. I've got some other ideas for you. I bet you can guess one of them. At least one of them. But this is an incredible offer, and as I say, you get more holiday for your money. It's as simple as that, and you're cruising with the most amazing Royal Caribbean, of course. But Cruise1st have just put every sweetener on either end of this, and we've created a wonderful symphony. So, included in the price I'm about to give you, it's the coach transfer. If you're flying at the end of the holiday back to Manchester, Birmingham or Glasgow, the coach transfer from there down to Southampton to start the cruise. And we are saying farewell, only for now, to Independence of the Seas. She'll be back eventually. She's going to do her farewell sailing from the UK out to Miami over 14 nights. So much more cruise for your money. Sailing across the pond via Spain, Portugal, the Azores and the Bahamas to Miami. Then we'll transfer you from Miami to Orlando for your 3-night hotel stay there on International Drive and the flight back to the UK. I know it sounds like £5 each, but it really isn't. Look at this. In fact, you can make this happen right now. Phone lines are very busy tonight, let me tell you. I'm already hearing that Richard and the team are very, very busy already, but 1499 per person. You can put a deposit down on that today of just £199 each. So if you're thinking about a family holiday, because of course it does have the Orlando time here as well. So it's like being on a great big theme park if you're a kid while you're on the ship all the way through that sailing. But then if you want to top that off with Orlando and the theme parks there, would be amazing for the whole family. £199 as a deposit right now. We'll get this locked in. Here's the upgrade prices. So if you want to go up to Ocean View or to balcony on this one, bear in mind that when you look at the upgrade prices, it's a 14-night cruise. Always, bigger is better, as they always say. It's really, really nice. Well, I say it anyway. It's lovely to have a balcony. It's a bigger stateroom. And then, of course, you've got the doors to open and you can go out there and enjoy a nice, glass of wine in the evening, glass of milk in the morning, up to you completely. But it's nice to have. It's nice to say you're having it as well, actually. Wonderful. But listen, the choice is yours. Take the best deal there at 1499 or go for an upgrade. It's completely up to you. We have got a wonderful solo price there for you. Oh, I did mention we could make this even longer this holiday for you as well. I've got 3 different options which you can add on to the back end of your cruise on this one. So you could, we're swapping them actually, aren't we? Instead of Orlando, we've got some other opportunities if you want to, which you could add on as well as the Orlando if you wanted to. So for instance, if you wanted some time in New York, we could actually add a 3-night hotel stay in New York to this one. There's also an option to add 3 nights in a hotel in Vegas. That'd be the one I go for. Thank you very much. Can I do Orlando and Vegas? Thank you very much. Yes, we can make that happen. Or an extra 3 nights Bahamas cruise, which I'm guessing might be Indy as well. Going to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, I am thinking, and Chloe's nodding next to me, so I'm going to take that as a yes. He got it right. He got something right. Now, as we mentioned, we've got Indy to ourselves sailing out of Southampton from May to October next year, which is super exciting because there's a massive array of cruises there for us as well, isn't there?
There really is, and we've really listened to our guest feedback for next year's ex-UK season. So we've got a variety of anything from 2 nights all the way up to 12 nights, so a few of the kind of 3 and 5 night shorter duration cruises for those people that are new to cruising or just want a little bit of a taster of what Independence has got to offer. Yeah,
let me tell you, 2 nights is never going to be enough though. Never. Never, 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 never. But it is a good way, as Chloe says. If you are, some people are on the fence about the bigger ships or changing brands of cruise. They've always cruised with so-and-so and, changing can be a bit of a thing. You need to try it first. Here's some deals for that season. So RC573 is 5 nights on Indy, no fly, so in and out of Southampton to Hamburg and Rotterdam on the 11th of October next year from just £449 per person, which is an amazing deal. £75 each deposit today if you want to book that. And there's a good kids price there as well from just £159 each for the kids. RC573, if you're calling us, 0800 953 4701. And then the middle one there, RC557, is 7 nights for the 31st of May next year to Spain and Portugal with overnight in Lisbon. $699 per person. This is with one of, the big brand of Royal Caribbean. That's an amazing price tag. Low deposit there and other dates in May and July for that one. Kids price $399 on that one as well, which is superb. Good solo prices on all of these as well. Talk to the team about that tonight. And then the last one we've got is 12 nights. That's more like it. 12 nights, that's what we need, isn't it? RC572, 12 nights down to the Canaries for the 12th of May next year from 1229. Deposit of $150 each today to lock it in. And the kids price on that one is just kids price is just £129 per child on that one. Awesome, awesome, awesome. How young do we have to be?
Wow, I don't think you'd get away with it.
I don't think I'd get away with it.
Derek. We could try.
You're very kind. I'm short enough. But what is the age range?
12 and under for the children's price.
Okay, fantastic. Always good to know. Now listen, you've got plenty to go on there already. Good job those lines are open until 10 o'clock tonight because it is already very, very busy. So call as quick as you possibly can to grab the deals tonight. Chloe, thank you for now. You'll be back with me though a little bit later because we're talking a completely different ship and a completely different part of the world a little bit later on. Can I say big thank you as well to Wendy and Dave for your lovely email from Leon C. They were having a cuppa, which Dave then, for some reason, then later said that was an expensive cup of tea. They were having a cup of tea and they were watching Cruise1st TV and they saw a great MSC Fjords offer and they spoke to Trish on our team, who they really want to thank so much for having all the time in the world to make sure their booking was just as they wanted it. So big shout out to our Trish and have a wonderful cruise, Wendy and Dave. Thanks for writing in. Right then, next item on our very busy agenda tonight is a catch up on the news in the world this week. All eyes in Liverpool will be looking towards the Mersey next Monday as Cunard's Queen Anne comes in for her naming ceremony at the Pier Head. The event will be hosted by TV presenter Emma Willis and her pop star husband Matt, and will feature live performances by the great tenor Andrea Bocelli alongside classics from the Royal Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra, local performing arts students, and even a live DJ set from presenter and comedy actor Craig Charles before Queen Anne sails away into the sunset. Carnival Corporation have swept the board at this year's ESG Shipping Awards, celebrating excellence in sustainability. The company, which operates a number of different cruise brands, won the awards for its efforts to switch to cleaner fuels. They were also recognised for reducing food waste and are on track to cut waste by 50% by 2030. Sister brand AIDA were also awarded for their battery storage initiative on the Prima ship, making her capable of carbon neutral status for periods of her operations. Yeah, when I said the news, I didn't mean the news. I meant the news in the world of cruise. That's all right. That's all we do. We only do good news here. So I've just checked with Mr. P whether we were ahead of time or behind time, and we're about 8 minutes over already. Hey, that's good going, isn't it? We're not even halfway through the show. So let's do some hot picks then, shall we? Here are some wonderful deals that you can talk to our team about tonight. MSC 489. 7 nights of no fly up to the Norwegian fjords on Virtuosa, 31st of August from 629 per person. You can have premium drinks for £32 per person per night. Oh, there we go, it works. CEL 284 is no fly to Spain, the Balearics and Portugal on Celebrity Apex, 13 nights on the 2nd of August, 1549. And that's an ocean view price as well, which is superb. Great one for this summer. Next one, PC 530 is no fly to Ireland, Highlands and Wales on Caribbean Princess. This is a real hot offer, actually. 799 for 14 nights. It's PC 530. And Next is NCL, needs looking at this. NCL 327, which is Greece, Malta and Spain, all inclusive on the Norwegian Getaway. 10 nights on the 27th of September from 1399. So much included there as well. And room for one more. Come on. VV, this is the one where Sir Richard Branson and Boy George are on the same Virgin voyage. That's going to be a party. 5 nights on Resilient Lady, so the latest of their ships. 619 goes on the 3rd of September, and that's VV166. Talk to our team about those on 0800 953 4701. Right, some quick comments right now. Rose Gammon says, I'd love to see Bob Marley on a Caribbean cruise. Liam wants to see Oasis. Colin said, would love to see Queen on my next cruise. They were always always amazing. Love their music. Steve wants to see the Eagles. Muriel wants to see Ollie Murs. We were listening to Troublemaker earlier, weren't we? He'd have the boat rocking. And Shirley says Fleetwood Mac. That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Really, really good. Keep those comments coming in. Time now, though, for an exclusive price deal for you from Cruise1st. Now, the package you're about to see is up to £800 plus more per person out in the general travel market right now. So we had to bring it to your attention. It's for next October, and we're heading off to Japan with a stay in Tokyo, plus a fascinating Japan and South Korea cruise on the Celebrity Millennium with drinks and Wi-Fi included. So 17 nights starting on the 13th of October next year, and we're flying off to Tokyo for a 3-night hotel stay there first. Wonderful Tokyo, so much there to enjoy. It's an incredible, incredible city. You've got the old and the new there. You've got that wonderful, is it Shibori crossing, where thousands of people are all going over at the same time. You can go over and, you know, pick up all the latest games consoles and manga and all of that collectible stuff that the hip and trendy young kids love to have. So actually people that you know in your life will love the fact that you are going to Tokyo, and they'll probably have you picking up bits and pieces for the journey back. The chance to actually spend some time there, 3 nights there, means you can get a real sense of this very, very beautiful city. And then we're off cruising. We're cruising with Celebrity on the Celebrity Millennium. Absolutely gorgeous, of course. 5-star cruising all the way through. She's had her Revolution upgrade, so all the top design names in the world have had their hands on the upgrades on board these ships. They are amazing. They are like the finest boutique hotel that you could ever imagine. The kind of hotel that where you would think, right, okay, you'd probably, if I showed you around this ship for a day and then said to you, right, okay, guess the price per night to be here, you would guess way high prices, let me tell you, because once you see the level, I would only need to show you around one of the staterooms for you to go, this is beautiful. I could live like this forever. It is incredible. All of those little touches, all served up in style. Everything about these ships is, you know, the word luxury is so overused in this day and age. It really is. But when you're on board with Celebrity, it truly is. It truly is just sit back, relax, enjoy just how beautiful the ships are as well. Because when I say boutique hotel, I don't mean that lovely boutique hotel that everyone went to 20 years ago and now it's a bit of a faded star. Do you know what I mean? It's, you know, life has moved on and the hotel hasn't really kept up to date. Celebrity are so on it. They know exactly what we know and what we love. And they really cater for needs that we don't even know that we have. Do you know what I mean? They wow you with new and exciting menus, with food that you never imagined to be served up in this kind of style. Because people still do have this view that, you know, on a cruise ship, you know, the kitchen, they're just opening boxes and shoving things in ovens and pulling them out again. They wish. They are preparing these fabulous meals from scratch in the most deliciously and wonderfully clean galleys. Huge teams of people, because they are catering for a lot of people. But that doesn't mean that you are compromising on quality in any way, shape or form. When you sit down, even main restaurant, main dining on Celebrity is like speciality dining anywhere else. The only difference is you walk out of the restaurant, no one is following you with a piece of paper and a folder and asking for your card. There isn't a big bill that comes on the way out, which is incredible. It's all part of your Celebrity cruising experience. Now, the part of the world we are cruising to here is the part of the world that everyone wants to go and explore right now. In fact, the reason why we are now booking out the back end of 2026 in this part of the world, and I think we're even starting to tip into 2027 right now. I mean, the demand for this part of the world is so massive, it really is. So 12 nights, we're cruising out of the port for Tokyo, of course. Here's where we're going. First port is Shimizu, which is the port for Mount Fuji. Of course, you want to say you've been there. You want to take a cruise around one of the 5 lakes around Mount Fuji, maybe. Fabulous tours that you can take. Fingers crossed it's a nice clear day for your picture. Next, we go into Osaka. This is Kyoto, of course. We're here for 2 days, so an overnight, and you have just so many choices here as well. Head to the Osaka Castle if you can. Maybe have a day of wandering. Again, lots of shore excursions for you to be able to take while you are there. Next, we're heading to the Shikoku Island, into Kochi. It's the capital of this island. You got the amazing 16th century castle there, which pretty much everyone heads to. But of course, being coastal, has amazing beaches as well. Next, we head to Hiroshima. Now, this is a wonderful, wonderful port. Lots of poignancy here, lots of wonderful commemoration. It's a beautiful place to be as well, with ancient temples and shrines. Next, we're nipping over to South Korea, into Busan. And again, this has some wonderful beaches here, but what I would do is head into the Gamcheon Cultural Village here and really get a sense of life in this part of the world. Back into Japan after a day at sea, into Hakodate. Now, Hakodate is a wonderful mountainous region as well, with lovely different ways to travel around this part as well. Ropeways, there's lovely lake cruises and so much more. Then we head into Aomori. This is on the northern Honshu island of Japan. Wonderful museum here, which commemorates and shows you some of the wonderful lanterns. They have a big festival in summer with lots of lanterns, and you can go and see them there too. Day at sea, back into Yokohama, which is the port for Tokyo, and then we will fly back to the UK. Right, okay, I'm going to have to run through this really, really quickly because we're about 10 minutes behind time already. I can't believe it. 17 nights in all. October next year. Deposit today of just £249 per person. That's the flight from the UK out to Tokyo. That's 3 nights in a hotel there. It's the 12-night cruise of Japan and South Korea on the Celebrity Millennium, with your classic drinks package and Wi-Fi included, and a price that beats the market price by a total of up to just over £800 per person. So whichever price we have here, it should be hundreds of pounds more. I know we've gone through this literally like a Shinkansen bullet train, but 2699 is an incredible, incredible deal, and it should be so much more. You can secure it with a deposit today of £199 each. Here are the upgrade prices to go from inside to ocean view to balcony and to the yacht club. No, not the yacht club, the suites. There's no yacht club on Celebrity, it's the suites, of course, isn't it? We've got our T's and I's mixed up. But I tell you what, this is a very, very busy show. Very, very busy show indeed. So that will be a sweet price there, which is amazing. So if you want to know more, call the team. Call the team tonight. Remember, we're here on the phone lines until 10 o'clock tonight on 0800 953 4701. And of course, you can start calling us again first thing in the morning from 9 o'clock. So please do on 0800 953 4701. Christine and Fiona in Andover have been in touch. They said my ultimate act to see on a cruise would be the Eagles or Paul McCartney. Peter and Angela said their first cruise was on 2012 with MSC, and Donnie Marie Osmond were playing on board. We'll be going soon on our 33rd cruise. Most of them booked with Cruise1st. Thank you, Peter and Angela. Lovely to hear from you. Ian says Kate Bush. Paul from the West Midlands said would be Simple Minds. Michelle wants to boogie with Madonna. Nicola says status quo, rocking all over the world on a cruise ship. That would be great, wouldn't it? And Baz and Jenny from York say that they would love to see Billy Joel. Fabulous. Right. Okay. So it's the last chance right now. Thanks for all your comments and keep them coming in. It's actually your last chance to get comments in right now to play Spin and Win tonight. So who would be your dream pop act or group on stage for your next cruise? Be as fantasy as you like. Email or text. You've got all the details right now. Chloe Palmer is back with me from Royal Caribbean. We've talked about who it would be for you. It would be Taylor Swift. So should we get straight on to our next offer?
Let's
just because I'm so far behind time, I have to say. Our second Royal Caribbean feature is a big one tonight. 43 incredible nights, and we're heading from Rome in Italy to Brisbane in Australia. So let's waste no time at all and start those 43 nights on the 3rd of November next year and fly you out to Rome to meet Voyager of the Seas. And this is going to be a big cruise as well, actually, because Voyager is going down under, and you are going to see her safely there over those 40 nights down to Brisbane, because she's going down to do a full season in Brisbane, isn't she?
She is, yep. She's going to be based out of Brisbane in Australia for the winter season 25-26. 12:26.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
And funnily enough, we also make shows here for one of our Australian brands, and we've been making a show today about that season. So the Australians are welcoming her back, because actually it's been a fair few years since she's been down in Oz, which is amazing, and they get very, very excited down there when Royal Caribbean are in town. Loads to do on the ships, of course. I think entertainment is such a big thing for Royal Caribbean, isn't it?
Entertainment is huge. You know, Voyager is an incredible ship as well. She is one of our slightly smaller ships, and she is perfect for this type of itinerary, which is very port rich. So still loads to do on board, but you know, the different destinations that you can get to on this itinerary are incredible as well. So
they are superb. And again, this could very much be a family affair as well. I mean, it's a hefty holiday at 43 nights, but you know, if you can, good luck to you. Maybe this is just like a couple's escape if you really want to travel, because the itinerary is just bonkers, this one, isn't it?
It's a beautiful itinerary. I think there's a 2-night overnight stay in Dubai.
Yeah.
Goes to Phuket in Thailand.
Goes everywhere.
Some destinations that I want to travel to. If you can guess, I'm pulling out those ones, but definitely a bucket list holiday.
Feels like a world cruise sector, actually, this, isn't it? Should we have a look at the itinerary, shall we? It goes over 2 pages, it's that long. So we fly out to Rome, and I'll just whistle stop through this. From Italy through to Greece, full Suez Canal transit out to Jordan, the overnight in Dubai, and then we're over to India. In fact, it's 2 overnights in Dubai and then another overnight in Mumbai in India, which is wonderful. And then through to Cochin, and then on we go to Thailand, Malaysia, an overnight in Singapore, Bali. Oh my word, that'd be incredible. And then we hit the top of Australia, Darwin up in the Northern Territories, round to Cairns and Airlie Beach, which are your Barrier Reef ports. And then we finish in Brisbane on this one. And you know what? We're not flying straight home from Brisbane either. We're going to get some chance to stick around for a couple of nights in Brisbane. Oh, it's a hard job, isn't it?
I know.
It's a tough one, this, isn't it? It's amazing. Could you go on this one for us and then send us a nice, you know, digital day-by-day postcard? That would be good to do.
I'd love to. Maybe we could ask if we could go together, do a bit of a day in the life. Let's talk to the boss.
Yeah, let's talk to Ben. Let's talk to the highest high in Royal Caribbean and see if we can make this happen. Because I think from an educational point of view, it would be very, very valuable indeed. Yes, indeed. Every day's a school day. So this is for November next year, 43 nights. Includes your flight out to Rome from the UK and 40 nights of cruising with Royal Caribbean. And that does feel like very much a world cruise sector, from Italy to Greece, the full transit of the Suez Canal to the Emirates, double overnight in Dubai, an overnight in Mumbai, Thailand, Malaysia, overnight in Singapore, Bali, and across to Australia, ending in Brisbane. Nearly gone cross-eyed. We've got 2 nights in a hotel in Brisbane and the flight back from Australia. Sounds like it would have to be about 35 grand each, doesn't it? And yet, because you are dealing with us here at Cruise1st, and we work so closely with every one of the major cruise lines, but Royal Caribbean in particular as well, 4799, and you can lock that price in right now with a deposit today, which is amazing. So just talk to the team and make it happen, because for a low deposit, you can get that price locked in right now, and that's it, all sorted. You know it's happening, you know you've got the price, absolutely guaranteed. And the great thing is, with something like this, we make all the arrangements, we take all the responsibility, we do all the form filling for you. No extra booking fee for that, and also every penny you spend is protected. We're APTA bonded, we're ATOL protected, so absolutely safe as houses. It's incredible, and this is why people take these big adventures with us here at Cruise1st. Right, let's go to the upgrades then, shall we? Go and have a little look and see what they are. Your deposit on this one is just under £500 each. I have to tell you, that's pretty good, isn't it? That's very good to know that that's happening. And remember, we are looking at, this is November next year, right? Yeah, so that's pretty good. So you could start the budgeting right now for that and know that it was happening. Listen, you'll probably want a longer look at the itinerary and everything else, and you'll probably have questions, I would, on this. So call us right now. It's 0800 953 4701. Remember, our lines are open right the way through until 10 o'clock tonight. Right, we're racing through this show like a train right now. And we have got some quick pick chances now for you to sail on Anthem of the Seas with Royal Caribbean for this year, because she's off as well, isn't she?
She is. is.
She's off. Where's she off to?
It's her last season sailing out of Southampton this year. So we've had Anthem for the last couple of years, and although we're very excited to be getting Independence back next year, we are very sad to be losing Anthem. So anybody that wants to get on board, now's your last chance.
Well, here's some deals where you can as well. RC559 is 8 nights for the 2nd of October. Going to Spain and Portugal, that's no fly as well, from just £709 there. Kids' prices on that sailing, by the way, £99. And the first 10 balcony bookings that we get on that one tonight will actually get $100 onboard credit exclusively with us here at Cruise1st. Thank you very much, Chloe.
You're welcome.
That's amazing. So if you want to know the balcony price for that one as well, Chloe made that happen for us. You can come again. Just call the team on 0800 953 4701. The one in the middle there, RC577, is a week on the 1st of September on Anthem to France and Spain from just £989 per person. The cruise runs on the 28th of June and the 5th of August too as well. So if you want to call for the prices for those, kids price just £199. And then the last one there, RC578, is no flight up to the Norwegian fjords and Bruges in Belgium there on the 5th of July from £1199 per person. We've only got inside cabins remaining on that one. The cruise also runs on other dates in June and July. Pretty popular already then by the looks of it. Talk to the team on 0800 953 4701. They are pretty amazing. Anthem, we have her to our absolute heart. But the great thing is about wherever these ships are, is we can go and follow them around the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the most brilliant thing.
You really can, yeah.
Can I pin you down to a favourite Royal Caribbean ship at this moment in time?
Oh, they've all got a special place in my
So
heart.
difficult, isn't it?
It's so difficult. I think Independence, definitely, because she was the first one, but the most recent one I went on was Wonder of the Seas when she was in Barcelona, and that was just incredible. I love the Oasis class ships. I'm still waiting to get on Icon, so hopefully I'll get to go and see Icon soon.
Let's hope it soon. And let's hope you're back with us again very, very soon. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I did tell you it would go like an absolute flash, but thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, and do come back again soon.
Thank you, I will.
Brilliant. Lovely. Lovely to see Chloe. Listen, apparently Mr. P says I've been sat down for far too long now, and this won't do. This won't get anyone a Cruise One, will it? But this will. Hello. Right, I'm back again. Right, next up, here we are. It's time to spin and win. Are you ready? Now, last week when I spun this wheel, I'm starting from I Love Cruising t-shirt on this one. Last week when I spun this for Lisa in Hove, we only went and won her a cruise, and she was over the moon because she'd never been on a cruise before. Thank you to everyone who's been commenting tonight as well. And we are dialing someone right now live. So if your phone rings, stop everything you're doing, turn the telly down and answer right now. Who am I calling, Mr. P?
Hello.
You don't sound like a Rose, but I've been told that you're Rose.
Yeah.
Hello, Rose. How are you? Where are you?
I live in Bournemouth.
Oh, hello. Oh, lovely Bournemouth. Lucky you. Fantastic. How long have you been watching the show?
Since it started.
Oh, fantastic. Very, very good. Has anything caught your eye tonight?
Definitely the one to Korea, Japan and South Korea that I've written down. Yeah, I have a big piece of paper and I write them all down as we go along.
Right, you're going to have a chat with the team about that one. Fantastic. Right, okay. Let's go for a spin then, shall we, Rose? Let's see if we can do it for you. We did it for Lisa last week. Let's see if we can do it for you. Let's see if it's a lucky streak on the south coast of England, because actually, Lisa wasn't that far away from you. She was in Hove. How many cruises have you done, Rose?
Oh, well, we've done loads of cruises, but the latest one was January, where we went to Thailand, to Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand, stayed 2 nights in Singapore. But before that, we had 5 nights in Bali.
Oh, it's a hard job, isn't it? It's a hard job. Oh, listen, Rose, it's not the cruise tonight, but I tell you what it is. It's, in fact, I'm going to make it both, if that's all right with you, Mr. P. I'm going to make it a Cruise1st goodie bag and a Berlitz cruise guide, because it kind of stopped right there at the top. So we'll call it a split decision, shall we? The Berlitz cruise guide is brilliant because it tells you everything about every ship that's out there. And in fact, it's not in print anymore. So the 2020 edition, I think we've got, is the very, very last one, but it's got loads of the ships in there, so it's really good resource for when you're planning your cruises. You obviously do a lot of them. And our goodie bag, we will stuff that full of lots of lovely goodies just for you, Rose. Who do you go away with?
My husband.
What's his name?
Stephen.
Stephen. Rose and Stephen, thank you so much for watching. This is the reason we do the show for lovely people like you, and carry on just enjoying the whole world. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. That's
well,
lovely.
I say we called you actually, but thank you so much. You know what I mean anyway, don't you? We called you, but I'm sorry it wasn't the cruise, but I tell you what, sounds like you've got a fair few cruises under your belt already, which is amazing. Right, okay, so no cruise this week, and that means it could be up for grabs next week for you. Remember, we're doing this every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Right now, though, we've got to remind you of this. Oh, gosh. Right, where are we now for time, Mr. P? Oh, we're all right at the moment, aren't we? Oh, I tell you what, this, showstopper. This, honestly, the phone lines have been going bonkers for this because this needs to be booked, and it needs to be booked on the phone lines, and it needs to be done tonight as well. Because we've got a wonderful cruise and stay with P&O Cruises, and this is for March next year. So we fly out to Malta on the 24th of March, and we've got 3 nights in Malta in a hotel before we then take a 7-night cruise with P&O Cruises. This is such a great deal, let me tell you. It's totally and utterly ridiculous with the biggest capital R, because the price you've got on screen there right now, if we were looking at P&O Cruises website right now, pocruises.com, which we did just before the show, the price for this cruise, just the flight and the cruise alone, is $729 on an inside. Now, your $749 there on screen is not only the flights out to Malta and the 7-night cruise, but you get 3 nights hotel stay as a bonus in Malta before you cruise, and we upgrade you from inside to ocean view. And we can only do this for as long as our availability lasts, and you can only get this deal if you've called us by 10 o'clock tonight. They're the only 2 rules. Apart from that, go for your life. And you should be on the phone lines right now. We have booked so many people on this already, because genuinely the great thing about this offer is that you can compare right now and do a price comparison live. You can pick up your mobile, your computer or whatever, and you can go straight to pocruises.com, look for this cruise, which is obviously 3 days later than the date we've got on screen, because we're giving you a 3-night stay in Malta before you cruise, and you'll see the price on the P&O website. And we say this with all due love and respect. We did the deal with P&O, so, you know, they know that we're doing this, but we're only doing it for a very short window of time tonight, and it's so good, because on their website now the inside price is $729, just flights and the cruise. For our $749, we upgrade you to Ocean View, and we give you 3 bonus nights holiday in a hotel in Malta. I mean, as well as the flights and the cruise. I mean, that's just totally, honestly, this is why we created this show, because we've got the opportunity to do something that no one else out there can do, because we are the only people here that have the capability of doing this absolutely 100% live on the telly, which is incredible. Right, let me take you through where the cruise is actually going. The first night, you stay overnight in Valletta. So you've got 3 nights in the hotel, then the first night on the cruise on P&O's Azura is also in Valletta as well. And then you go to Piraeus, which is the port for Athens, Heraklion in Crete, Harnia, and then you will go back to Valletta for the flight back to the UK. Now, you've got to call us on this one. You've got to call us on those. It's PO296, which is there. You've got to call us, though, and you've got to call before 10. Now, I have to tell you, not everyone's got through first time because it is busy. So I'm going to have to ask you to be patient. Our team, and there are a lot of our team who were ready and prepared for this tonight, but they're all busy. So try now, 0800 953 4701. Have you still got that picture of that? Yes, we have. Let's go to the P&O Cruises website. This is a snapshot of their website at 7:45 before we came on air. This is just the cruise and the flights to and from Malta on P&O's website right now, $729 per person. That's for an inside cabin. Our price, $749, upgraded to Ocean View, and you get 3 nights in a hotel in Malta as well for just $749. You can put a deposit on that down tonight of just £249. The lines are open through until 10 o'clock tonight, and that is definitely a reason to get on that one as quickly as you possibly can. Some final comments. I'm sorry if your comments didn't get us to the wheel for you, but try again next week. Daisy and Ada watching from Spain. Hello. Hola. Ariana Grande and Taylor Swift. I have to think what hello was in Spanish there, honestly. I can't think when we're live. Danny in Basingstoke would love to see Stevie Wonder. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Lisa in North Wales would love to see Take That on a cruise. Well, Gary Barlow, P&O Cruises, like he does, doesn't he? Alyssa would like to see Elvis, wouldn't we all? Imagine seeing Elvis on a cruise right now. What a coup that would be. Have to be a big cruise ship though, wouldn't it? And Ashley Ramsey says, I fell in love with a fantastic cover band on the Sky Princess called the Mockingbird Music. Indonesia. Would love to see them again on another cruise. Listen, thank you so much for all of your comments and for our lovely Polly who's been putting them all together for us. Next week, Amanda Skilbeck is here from MSC Cruises. Who knows the deals that we'll be doing live here next Tuesday night from Studio One. Make sure you're there. Lots of love. See you next week.